Good evening, Rush Nation. Welcome to the 5 Yard Rush NFL podcast. I'm your host. Stop staring at my ass, the Joel Hewitt. And as always, I'm here with the other one, Alex Can't See the Woods for the Trees Woods, and Pete, the off-season champion, Amelia. How the devil we doing, boys? Nods all around. Love that. Can't decide if Pete's on mute.
How you doing?
Oh, there he is.
Sorry,
Oh, no, delay.
just went really lucky at my end. I don't know whether it's me or it's the world.
That's fine. You will catch up with us, I'm sure. Alex is also paused slightly there.
No, I was just waiting for Pete to catch up with the world, so that the
That's
world.
fine. He'll get there. This could be quite good because we'll just like say stuff, and then every now and again, Pete will just be like, "Yeah," and then he'll just go into a different like complete tangent. We'll see how he gets on. I see Twitter just kicked us off immediately. Gotta love that. Got to get onto CEO Murph for the old StreamYard integration. Been a minute, fellas. Well, we've got had a couple of weeks off. I mean, it's a bit of a dry time to be an NFL fan, apart from this week for some reason. Out of the blue, could it be anything other than what I'm calling is the best month so far, June? Yeah, some stuff happened, so we're like, let's dust off the old microphones. We've seen that Murph has been doing his bit for the flagship show, getting that out there in front of the people. And you may have seen us laughing at Alex quite a lot on TikTok about his take on the Green Bay Packers legend tight end Jimmy Graham. So that's been doing numbers. I've enjoyed that greatly. Pete just looks really concerned, which is kind of sweet. He's okay. Should we do a little bit of news, boys?
Please.
Zazu. Yes, sir. News from the underground.
All right, Zazu, sir. News from the underground as we lose Pete. I genuinely found out this first bit of news as I was reading today's show notes that somebody has kindly put together. I assume it's yourself, Alex, that Mr. Unlimited Danger Russ Wilson has retired. He's just upped and thrown it in. I, for one, am shooketh. What did he say? Did he just? Is that it? Was there a big dramatic tweet or something?
There was absolutely nothing.
Oh.
It was just Adam Schefter going, he's going to be a CBS Sports analyst this year. He's going to join the Sunday crew, and it's because he doesn't want to be a backup anymore.
Okay. Well, that's not very Mr. Unlimited of him.
No, it's really not. Right. The only jobs that Russell Wilson at 37 can get anymore is a backup quarterback job. And he's not going to get a starting QB job anywhere that is not Arizona, maybe.
I mean, look, I can't help but feel like he would be quite welcome in Arizona, but they don't want to pay Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
So, like, God knows, they definitely aren't paying Russell Wilson.
Like, no, they're not paying Wilson. They're not paying anyone. So because he doesn't want to do it, he's going to become a CBS analyst, and he is literally replacing another former great quarterback in Matt Ryan. So what Matt Ryan did last season, Russell Wilson's going to do this season.
Then Russell Wilson gets to be director of football at the Atlanta Falcons. And then Matt Ryan goes on to do something else, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. Hopefully he comes back or announces his retirement soon. Because if he doesn't, then it'll be a bit weird that he just kind of said, "I'm leaving the NFL to go and do CBS, but I'm not retired. I'm still eligible. I just aren't playing anymore."
He's always he's got pads on under his suit just in case somebody gives him a shout and calls him up.
Well, he is definitely going to be one of them.
God bless him. You said to me like pre-show, do I believe that Dangerous Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, Super Bowl champion, was a Hall of Famer?
Yep. That was the question I asked.
I think the unfortunate answer is no. We can't just give the Hall of Fame to every single person that wins a Super Bowl, because then we would have tens of people in the Hall of Fame, Alex. Tens, I say. And look, some of the things that after I saw that news earlier, I had a little jump on online and just had a look at what some people were saying about it. And one of the arguments for it, which doesn't hold up for the grand scheme of things, but one of the arguments for Russ Wilson is he managed to win a Super Bowl and be an MVP candidate when he was surrounded by, Aaron Rodgers in his prime, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Phil Rivers to an extent. There was a lot of big name QBs going around, and he still managed to get through. Yeah, a couple of the arguments against that was like, oh, well, yeah, he won because of his defense. Well, I'm afraid so did Peyton Manning. And so did many, many other Super Bowls. It's just, we just remember those ones recently because there wasn't Twitter back when we did that. So, yeah, not a Hall of Famer. I think Ring of Honor at Seattle. I think I'd like him to sign a one-dayer and retire as a Seahawk. I think that would be a nice send-off for him. And probably the best place he's going to get a good reaction. He's not exactly going to retire a Bronco or a Giant, is he?
He's not going to retire a Bronco for a start. I mean, if he retired a Bronco,
it would be amazing, wouldn't it?
It would be the best thing in the world. I think Sean Payton would be on holiday those couple of days. Don't think Sean Payton would be exactly there, and I'm a little bit confused why. But anyway, yeah, Russell Wilson's going to be a CBS analyst. It might work, it might not, because the previous times that he has been on telly, he's not exactly been Mr. Charismatic.
No, he's never been much of a talker. Like he isn't a natural like you and I, Alex. I don't think he would be welcome as. I think it would be like getting blood from a stone, even on our podcast. The door is always open, right, Russ? If you're watching, which I'm sure he is, if you want to pop on, email me or CEO Murph or find Alex on TikTok, and we'll sort it out.
And Ross, if you listen, it's not just you. Your wife can come too.
That's really nice of you.
Yeah.
Sierra?
Yeah, Sierra can come too.
Yeah.
Let's make it a joint appearance. Let's do that. Then we can
everyone bring their plus ones. Like
Absolutely.
it's the wives episode, like and fiancés. Like they're all coming.
I 100% think that would be a fantastic episode. If we did a 5-yard rush plus ones episode.
A plus ones episode where it just goes completely off the rails and not for the usual reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of complaining about us, I would assume, would be one of the themes from that.
I don't know why
they can't do anything on a Tuesday.
All three of us are perfect. I don't know what anyone would even want to say. Me, you, and Pete are absolutely perfection human beings.
Yeah, can't think of anything.
Would you like to know a human being that's not a perfect human being?
Oh, did you just segue? Alex, I've never been prouder. Please, I would love to know of a human being who is not a very good one.
His name is Josh Jacobs.
But wait, hold on. Holding. There it is. Josh Jacobs. What? Tell me about Josh Jacobs.
Alex. Josh Jacobs was arrested last week on 5 charges: battery and domestic abuse, criminal damage to property, disorderly conduct, strangulation, suffocation, which is a felony in the United States. It's not just against the law, it's a higher against the law. I don't really know US politics or law things, but that is a big, bad one. And that one could seriously see him have some jail time, which is what it deserves if these are real. And intimidation of a victim. Hey, Pete.
Hi. It seems to be working now.
Here he is. We were just saying how terrible Josh Jacobs was.
Yeah, I don't need telling twice. It's a weird one, isn't it? I don't know what I've missed, but obviously the situation where he's now being released without charge. But I was reading a really good breakdown on this earlier today, where they said that in Wisconsin and in a lot of states they have this thing where if the violence is there and it's very live, they need to separate them, and somebody will get taken into custody immediately to separate them. Wisconsin are a bit more strict on that, so they'll get involved and they'll make sure that they're separated, even if it's a little bit after the event. So just because he hasn't been charged, and just because he's been released, it doesn't mean he won't get charged. It doesn't mean the charges have been fully dropped. It could still come back.
Fair enough.
Especially with the strangulation felony. The strangulation felony is the big one. The whole issue in the NFL is a big, serious issue, and it's something that we've talked about before, and we will sadly probably talk about again. But the strangulation felony is the big one. Like the domestic abuse charges can get dropped, they can get hushed away, they can get paid off, they can get whatever. We've seen other ones in the UK, such as Mason Greenwood, and other ones where they do just go away. But the strangulation felony is the huger one because it's that felony in the United States. They take it so much more serious.
Good. I have to lock him up. What I'm more disappointed about is just before he started, I saw that he was cleared to practice. Just out there doing normal human being stuff. I think the better optics there would be we told him just to stay at home while everything gets sorted out. We don't want these types of things to interrupt the preseason that we're doing with everybody. And that would be the move. But instead, the headlines are, so we're just letting him do whatever he wants. And, rich sportsman gets away with blah, blah, blah again. Boo Josh Jacobs. I really wish we were more of a sweary podcast sometimes. But let's move on because I don't want to give it any more time. Z Flowers criticized Harbour's practices, which is why the Giants have injured. Some absolute bang on spelling there. Is it injuries that you were going for, Alex?
Yes,
there
it was. So last week, the three Giants players tore their Achilles during spring workouts. They're not like major players, but still they're actually two of them are actually pretty major. So wide receiver Gunnar Oleski. I think I've got that right. I might have got it wrong. D lineman Roy Robertson Harris and cornerback Thaddeus Dixon all have torn their Achilles, and it's only spring. So Zay Flowers went on a podcast, and somebody asked, "Hey, you used to have loads of injuries with Harbaugh, and the Giants are now currently getting injuries. What is it?" And it's like, it's just the way we practice, man. He's crazy. Those are really intense, and they've got no reason to be. So, Zay Flowers just calling out John Harbaugh for absolutely no reason. Is it John or Jim? Which one is it? I can always remember. But anyway, the Harbaugh that is the Giants head coach.
The one that's not the head coach of your team.
Isn't it Jim? Jim's the Giants, isn't it?
I was getting confused.
Yeah. Anyway, the good news is that with all of those injuries, that has kicked the door open ever so slowly for a Juju Smith-Schuster and an Odell Beckham Jr. return to the Big Blue. The best tweet that I've seen about this is a picture of Gino in a Jets uniform and Odell in his Giants uniform, and it's just, what year is this? What are we doing? They're both back at MetLife on the same season. I like Odell Beckham Jr. on the field. I think off the field is a bit of a idiot. But if he can keep his trap shut, then In fact, you know what? He doesn't even have to do that. Say what you want to say, but like have something to back it up. Don't just let your dad do all this. Did we ever do the segment on worst NFL dads? Because that's definitely something that we've mentioned in the past when talking about Odell Beckham last time.
There's not enough in a 2-hour pod. Not enough time over the worst NFL dads because there's a lot of them. Shout out, well, we can to Larry Fitzgerald's dad as well, who passed away today. One of the good ones. But yeah, I think you're missing the bigger news that they also signed Braxton Berrios as well.
Whoa!
I know.
This is how I find out.
This scattergun approach to because they're worried about Malik Neighbors. Do you see the clip of him in that softball game?
Oh yeah, where he's just like limping about.
Yeah, and they're thinking if we put these 3 guys in a big trench coat, maybe they will form one Malik Neighbors.
Excellent. I love that 3 raccoon reference on the pod.
So we can't get Malik Neighbors, but what we can do is recreate him in the aggregate.
Yeah.
Moneyball.
Yeah. As long as we can play 15 players on offense, we'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Just rotate them all in. One every snap.
Steal third. That's it. That's what we're doing. I like it because like anyone else feel like this is a dead cat, so that the Giants get some different press after a bunch of press that they may have had in the previous week?
I wouldn't surprise me at all. Would not surprise me at all. Yeah.
Look, support who you want to support, but you're allowed to be criticized for like who you want to support.
Absolutely, 100%. You are a public figure. You are 100% allowed to be criticized about it. I just think their PR guy probably was banging his head against his computer screen.
Yeah.
And his computer screen has a screensaver of the one-handed catch. It's like, jinkies! Odell, come out. I know you're doing nothing. We don't have Eli anymore. We've got a different problematic white guy.
So to fix that, was it Abdul Carter chasing Jackson Dart around the Giants facility with Jameis Winston following them, trying to make them all hug it out in peace, Scooby-Doo style? Was that was that what it was? They're like they would all go through different doors, and somehow Jameis Winston just ended up in the middle and was looking around, going, "Where is everyone?"
At one point, Jackson Dart's chasing Abdul Carter, and then like it should be the other way around. It's like, wait a minute, and yes, definitely.
Like I think Abdul Carter was just like "What are we doing, man?" Was that his original tweet? Everything else beyond
basically.
Yeah, and there's nothing really to that. But then everything he said afterwards has been absolutely fine, really, hasn't it? He's just gone, we disagree. If he says if that's his position, that's fine. This is mine. We're not falling out. We're friends. We talk. I just need to believe in it. He's not actually anything wrong. It's just been blown out of proportion because there's nothing else to talk about until yesterday.
Yeah. And when Jameis Winston got put in front of a microphone about it, you knew it was going to be like, oh, it's Big Jameis time where I get to be the sunshine and rainbow guy again. And oh my God, it was
scroll.
It was glorious. It was peak Jameis Winston. Because
did he bring up his horse?
He didn't bring up his horse. He didn't bring up anything. It was like actually properly great. It was one of them where you listen to it all and it's like, yes, this is super corny because it's coming from you, Jameis, when it doesn't have to come from you. But it actually was really cool. And then he ruined it because then he started talking about things that have got nothing to do with this.
I had scrolled away very quickly by that point.
It
Alex,
was, it was nothing to do with his horse, sadly. We're the only ones that want to know where his horse is.
Yeah, don't at me unless you know where Jameis Winston's horse has gone. Speaking of, no, can't think of a horse. Oh, wait. There's a jockey connection here somewhere. I don't know. Kyler Murray's small. And he and I need to stretch the podcast muscle a little bit more. My segues need limbering up a little bit. But Kyler versus JJ, aka number 9, was hilarious. I loved how incredibly bad that different conversation went each way. And I didn't expect Kyler Murray to come out looking like an absolute veteran. Like, I love it so much. Vikings to make the playoffs, just based on that alone. I love it. And you know, I'm a big Kyler Murray fan. I have not one but 2 Kyler Murray jerseys, I'll have you know. And that's not because they were $10 each.
Shark Kings Unite.
True, that's right. Yeah, mine's life size. He and I, we're the same. Mine's a perfect replica of how he does it. And I've decided that, you know, Arizona, I'm not bashing them at all this year. I'm going to support them. So here I am, as hat, Arizona jersey. Also, the amazing, rivalries one, which is gorgeous. So yeah, I'm in. I'm all in. Also, by the way, bought this one, as says Super Bowl. It's got the thing on it. I assumed that this was from the year that the Cardinals went to the Super Bowl. I would be wrong. It's the year there was a Super Bowl at the Arizona Stadium. It was $1 or $2 or something silly like that. But like, I'll buy a hat for cheap. Absolutely. But yeah, it's the year that the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Eagles in Super Bowl, I want to say 53. 52. No, LV 57. Yeah.
Okay.
Your Final Fantasy knowledge just swooped in then, didn't it? I was like, the II7.
Got it.
Yeah. So there we go. But yes, Kyler versus JJ McCarthy. They're just classmates. They just sit on the opposite sides of the class, like classmates do. You know. What a stupid phrase that was. That's going to haunt him his entire life.
I mean, I think there's a lot of things that are going to haunt him his entire life.
I think this is peak. This is 9 as hell.
Yeah. He just continues to make poor decisions on camera and on the field. And none of them are helping him. I get not wanting to be like, oh, I can learn from him, and almost kind of fathering Murray and putting himself in a second tier. He wants to be seen as on a par with Murray. I can kind of see where that's come from, but you just got to handle it a bit better than this, because you were bad last year. And you've got to own that and develop from it. And it's a shame that he's not learned that lesson. I mean, it's not because I don't want the Vikings to win, but for his own personal development, it's a shame that he's not learning from that. And I do worry that they are going to be, their defense is weakened, but it's good. I mean, the fact that you saw the clip of the Vikings like, whoa, look at this amazing pass from JJ to JJ. He threw that awful loopy pass to John Jennings. Like, that's your highlights. I'm not worried. I'm really not worried.
Yeah. I really would like this to become a recurring segment of the Vikings 9 versus 4'9". I quite like that. John, I really do. That was really great. Yeah. If this continues, which I think it's going to, because everyone's going to ask JJ McCarthy a question about Kyler Murray every single time a microphone is in his face now, because he's bit. Because he bit once, it's going to be, can you bite again and again and again and again? Yeah. So yeah,
he's just going to feed him sound bites, isn't he? And he'll be like, "Oh, have you moved your desks closer together yet, JJ? What's the schoolyard like?" It's like,
how's the group project of the playbook working out? Like, what's going on? Have you shown him where he has to get and drop his book back off? Where the pickup is? Have you guys played Call of Duty online together? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can't wait. I love it. More on 9 versus 4'9" as it happens. We've talked about Abdul-Gar versus Jackson Dart featuring James Winston. And then this one, and I'm just going to actually upset Micah Parsons is a dick. Alex, you wrote this. I would like some backstory, or are we just stating things now?
Well, Michael Parsons was at a basketball game and he ran into Mike Tomlin. And he said, Mike's not going to make it to the deadline come up north. It was hot mic. It was hot mic'd. So it was not like on camera or anything like that. It was really like trying to do it. The DAP up got camera and they were not supposed to capture audio, but it got hot mic'd. So it was one of them, and it was like
Mike Parsons dying to go 8 and 9.
Yes.
Okay.
But he's used to playing for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, yeah, it's a good point.
And he's a defensive player that wanted. I can see the appeal of having Mike Tomlin in. He's a good defensive coach, but LaFleur's not going anywhere. LaFleur's a good coach. I just don't.
Yeah. Also, Micah Parsons, you've been there 5 minutes. What? You're already beefing with the head coach, man. Like you could have said no. Other teams did want you, and you chose to go to Green Bay. Like what the hell, man?
It's not his fault you got crocked, is it?
Yeah. Oh, was it? Mm.
Oh.
Let's just start some wild internet rumors. Get some speculation going. Somebody clip this from TikTok, and we'll just like make something up. I hear that LaFleur makes Micah Parsons practice in Crocs, and each one's a different size.
Oh, that's the worst.
One is in sport mode, and one is in regular mode.
Absolutely, the Lightning McQueen one is in sport mode.
And all the gibbets are on one side.
Oh, that's gonna like mess with your lateral movement by sure. Yeah.
He thinks it helps him get bend when he's trying to rush the QB.
Oh right, okay.
That'll do it. On to Pete's favorite team this week. The New York Jets signed life-saving kicker Younghoe Koo. I say this because you are dressed as a New York Jet.
Yeah, I've got we're all repping terrible teams today, so I grabbed myself a Sauce shirt.
I'm sporting a Super Bowl I didn't enjoy, I'll have you know.
I've not put this one on, but it's a really odd one, isn't it, with Q? Because he was so good for so long and then got a case of the yips and just suddenly became absolutely awful. So hopefully just a bit of a breakaway and a fresh start will get him back, because he was a really reliable kicker for Atlanta for a long time. Yeah. So hopefully he can get back to
and look, any kicker news that makes it to our news segment, clearly Alex put it there. So, Alex, are we just doing this to continue to glaze Younghoe Koo for saving a guy's life? Because I will keep bringing it up whenever he does anything. Younghoe Lifesaver Koo. I don't know if we need a cooler nickname than that, but I'm here for it.
Part of it was that. The other half of it was the last time I put a kicker's surname down, you didn't know who it was. So I needed to put the life-saving bit so that you knew who Younghoe Koo was.
Spell Younghoe.
I could have done it either. But the other interesting thing about this is the Jets currently have 3 kickers on their roster.
Amazing.
So they're just building a really terrible fantasy team.
Yeah, because they've got Geno Smith at QB. Like, what was it?
Yeah. So obviously they'll try them all out, see which one they want, and getting Younghoe Koo in and like having him in the building early. As Peter, he used to be good. So let's see.
Yeah, fair enough. Onto a very different position. Derwin James got paid 3 years, $75.6 million. Gotta do the little finger when you say it like that. Deserved? I'd say so. Yeah. Just happy for him. That's just, go get your bag, man.
Highest paid safety in the league, and because he's in LA, he loses more than 50% of his salary to tax. That's a lot of tax to be giving up.
That's a lot of tax.
Yeah,
that's a rough one. Did anyone? You know what? I'm not going to spoil the the major news story that happened. People might not know. And they come to us for the breaking yesterday's news. Or was it this morning? I don't know. But you're right. AJ Brown was traded for a 28 first. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2028 first and a 2027 fifth. AJ Brown is a New England Patriot to the shock of absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
The only reason I knew the month had changed from May to June was because I found out that that Brown had gone to the Patriots. I was like, "Wow, must be the 1st of June."
Who do you think got the breaking news first from Matt Vrabel?
Could have been anyone.
Could have been anybody.
Could have been anybody.
Absolutely anybody got that news
Absolutely
first.
anyone. Could be any reporter from anywhere. Could be one that he knows really well. Could be one that tried to break up his marriage. Could be one that named their child after him that he also isn't married to. Could be anyone. But we don't talk about that speculation. I've seen that there's a lot of one talk today, to be fair. Like you're wearing your source there. We've got this up here. AJ Brown is going to wear number 1 in New England. Apparently, I've already seen him catching passes today.
Yeah, straight on it.
I'm a skeptic, and I'm a "what have you done for me lately" kind of person. And I think, Pete, you're more optimistic than I am. I'm like, it's AJ Brown. But also, I didn't really like Jalen Hurts. Still don't. Never did. You can not agree with me. I've said it since the day he was drafted. So to me, I'm just like, nah, I don't think he's worth a first and a fifth. But to you and Drake May,
it's humongously worth it. Like so here's a little bit of background on. Well, I'll come to that in a sec. It's definitely worth it. This to me screams Stephon Diggs going to the Bills. A really, really talented receiver going to a really talented quarterback who's not really throwing to anybody. It's Kayshon Boutte. Who's the other? Because Wandale Robinson left, didn't he? I can't remember the second receivers.
Yeah, Dick left as well, speaking of.
Yeah, so it's all just going to be going straight to AJ Brown. I think AJ Brown will go straight to be a top 3 in yards. He'll be a Pro Bowler this year. If him and May stay healthy, and they've got a tough schedule, so they'll have to throw a lot. And May wasn't shy about throwing last time. I think this is going to be a massive difference maker for them. Annoyingly so.
It's almost like when AJ Brown went to the Eagles.
Yes.
He didn't go to Mike Vrabel back then, though, did he? And he's back.
No,
with,
that's fair. Yeah, that is completely fair. The little like side bit of it, as well as from the behind the scenes. Would you like to hear some WAG drama, NFL WAG drama?
Yeah. Do I need to hit like a breaking news chime or something like?
I would prefer an alleged, if that would be okay.
Okay. Oh, it's that kind of like WAG drama. Hold on, here we go. Right,
kind of a thing. It's that kind
Just
of a
one for the legal team. Continue.
So, AJ Brown apparently got caught cheating on his partner Kelsey before the first Eagles Super Bowl that he was part of. Kelsey confided in Jalen Hurts' wife, and Jalen Hurts' wife told Kelsey not to tolerate it and leave AJ Brown. And when AJ found out, he went off on at Bry, which is obviously Jalen Hurts' wife, and told her to stay out of their business. AJ's wife now hates Bry because obviously she's stuck by her cheating partner and stuff like that. Jalen tried to mediate, but AJ's never let it go. The wives don't get along, so there was no invite to each other's weddings. And then when the winning stopped and AJ wasn't getting the ball, more stuff spiraled out. And then his wife started chirping on social media. Jalen's wife started chirping on social media. Both of them were going at it secretly, but not secretly, like Colleen Mooney and Rebecca Vardy.
Wagatha Crystal.
Yeah. It won't be as cool as what Colleen Mooney did, though.
Yes, of course. It won't. Yeah.
So I thought I had different WAG news.
Whoa.
Ready for the
Breaking.
team? I thought this was the same
Back to
story.
back.
So the story I'd heard was that AJ Brown was sleeping with somebody who was also sleeping with Hassan Reddick. And then AJ Brown allegedly, I don't know how much this is true. It's Twitter, isn't it? I think it can be nonsense. But then AJ Brown went and spoke to Hertz about it, and Hertz was like, I'm not interested. I'm not getting involved with this. You sort out yourselves. I just want to talk about football. I'm not getting engaged. And AJ Brown didn't think he had his back, apparently.
Wow.
So
the Real Housewives of the Philadelphia Eagles. Who knew? Wow.
Let's say this. Both things could have happened.
Yeah, two things can be true.
Could be the same woman.
Yeah.
And this is the situation. It could be that woman. And then that Jay Brown's wife has gone, or fiance at the time has gone to Jalen Hurts' fiance, and then Jalen didn't get involved. And then AJ
now you cooking.
Completely just stuck with the ball and did everything like that. That could also be why Hassan Reddick sucked at the Eagles.
I think if this was televised, my wife would be able to tell me every single thing about this story if I asked. If this was on Netflix.
It should be.
It's good too.
I mean, they've made a documentary about bloody everything else. Let's get the Philadelphia Eagle whack one. And then at the end of it, Kylie Kelsey just is the one that's hosting it for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, that's great. I like that a lot. I will tweet Netflix. We'll get that greenlit. Don't worry. That's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, I guess stick around for Wag Watch. Do I need to make a jingle? We'll see. On to people who don't have a jingle. Actually, no, to be fair, slice me off a bit of that Jake Brisket. He did have a jingle. Yeah. Jacoby Brissett is holding out his contract for my second favorite team of the year, the Arizona Cardinals. Honestly, I can't believe that this is still going on, because I remember hearing about this a week or so ago, and I thought, oh, maybe we'll mention it on the pod, and then we didn't do one last week. So here we are. Jacoby Brissett still thinks that he has any kind of cachet with the Cardinals is incredible. And Alex, was it you that pointed out that then the social media team have been absolutely glazing? I don't even know his name. Whoever the kid they've got backing up Brissett.
It's Carson Beck.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's just do like edits of Carson Beck just on fire.
Anytime that he sneezes, they are like, it's great coverage with the tissue on his nose. It's amazing. He got all that snot. He caught it. He's now binned it. It was a hook shot. He even didn't shout Kobe. He shouted LeBron. He shouted LeBron as he threw it. That's how young this kid is. He shouts LeBron, not Kobe. It's a different generation.
He doesn't know what a Kobe is.
And then when it hit the rim, he went, oh no, it's a Curry instead. And it went in. That was the one.
Bit of Steph. A little bit of that. Yeah. Jacoby Brissett, what are you doing, mate? You're lucky you've got a job. Just smile, say thank you. Take your £1,000 a year pay rise like the rest of us. And just crack on with being a starting quarterback in the NFL at whatever age you are now. Jaggy.
There was that tweet that's doing the rounds, wasn't it? It says in the NFC West, you've got three teams that are gathering together, the Avengers, and then you've got the Arizona Cardinals with a Jacoby Brissett holdout.
My favorite one has been it's a picture of all four like logos, and it was like the wheels on your shopping cart. Which I thought was pretty ingenious to be right.
Amazing.
Amazing. Bless him. Well, good luck winning a game, Arizona. But hey, you got $20 odd out of me, so let's see how we get on. Mike Evans, 49. We dropped some Mike Evans news in here because we felt like we had to represent the entire division. So you weren't here for Dangerous Wilson retiring. Tick that Seahawks box. I was saying that he should retire as a Seahawk. we've got Jacoby Brissett, his contract holdout. Mike Evans now not playing in number 13. Mr. Relevant is not giving it up. Do we know what Mike Evans got? And would this be a good opportunity to play the Offspring song, Pretty Fly for a White Night, where he asked for a 13, but they drew a 31? If he was a pop punk boy, he'd have been right there.
Good. He is not. He's not playing in 31. He's playing in the number 5, which I hate.
There's absolutely no significance, and it's never been in an Offspring track.
Yeah. Sorry.
I bought the jersey for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's right there, Mike Evans. He asked for a 13, but they drew a 31.
Job.
It's just one job. So yeah, that's just in there to talk about that. And then we've talked about Odell Beckham Jr. being back at the Giants. Before we go on to the major news, I think we should check out what's happening with the Indianapolis Bears. Pete?
The latest bit of drama on the stadium, the council, the Chicago government were basically trying to pass a law. The biggest hurdle for Chicago staying in Arlington Heights now. The center of Chicago is now off, but Arlington Heights is this big plot of land on the outside of town where they're looking to set up. The biggest hurdle was tax. They wanted tax breaks, like basically every stadium in the country in America has got. Most teams don't even pay for their own stadium. A lot of them get tax breaks to have it. The Chicago said, we'll pay for it all, but we need a tax break to make this work financially. That's what they got in Indianapolis, which I think was really a posturing gesture. Chicago was supposed to meet it. It got voted down. It didn't happen. They tried to vote another thing through, and it was the idea was to give stadium powers to the local authorities within Chicago, so that if they want to build a stadium, the local authority will own it until the bills on it are completely paid off. So Chicago will pay for it all, but they won't own it until it's all fully paid off. That was the plan. So they completely avoided the tax. They couldn't get it signed off, and then they adjourned on Sunday for a while. So they're not going to be back in for a while. So it's now looking, whereas before I thought this was all posturing, it's going to go to, they're going to move to Indiana. It seems like Chicago shooting themselves in the foot. I am not one that's for giving money to billionaires that can afford all of this.
Yeah.
But it's stupid if you know that you're going to lose that team, they're going to move to a different state, and you're going to lose all of that revenue that comes through there, and all the taxes that are going to come through there, and through all of the surrounding houses developments that go on that site with it, by them moving out of the state. So now they're shooting themselves in the foot. And it seems like stubbornness for no real purpose. So I think now it's more likely that they do move to Indy. And they've said they're going to make a decision by June, July. But they've been saying that for 5 years, so we'll see. Yeah. So we're no further on what we kind of are.
Seems like a silly move. Like, would they let the Bulls do the same? I wonder, like it's very odd. They have the potential 2027 Madden cover for the first time in a long time.
Do you know how big this is?
It's huge. Yeah.
The
Iceman cometh. Get your Arnie memes out. Can't wait for that one for the rest of the year. But yeah, Chicago, what are you doing? And they're just not football fans. These counselors, they're just like, I don't watch it. I don't like your sports ball. I'm more of a hockey guy.
It feels like
Black Hawks,
the reports coming out of it. There are a lot of people like football. A lot of people are showing common sense, and a lot of other people are just digging their heels in and going, no, this looks better on me by saying I'm not going to give money to billionaires, regardless of whether it actually is a good decision. It feels like stupidity and posturing at this point.
I think it also shows, without getting too political, because we've managed to scare a massive one with Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart, and I don't want to drag us back into a political sphere already, but it shows how divided the United States is at this moment in time.
Yeah.
There is no one
Absolutely.
that's just willing to bury the hatchet and go, no, I will be the bigger person here and I will do what is better for millions of fans. It is more just, you took my toy away, so I'm not going to talk to you for the rest of the break time.
To even out the political ness, did everybody see like it's NBA news? But Mamdani did an absolute solid for the children of New York. He made bedtimes illegal while the Knicks are in the playoffs.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, he's just out there doing everything he can for New Yorkers. As I respect that gratefully. I mean, I don't because, like, you know, my kids, they're now not allowed to be Knicks fans because they're asleep, and that's great. If they find out about this, yeah, we don't live in New York, but you know, we I think we're sistered with New York, just my house. You know, Jets, Knicks, been to the Manhattan and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, don't want them to catch wind of that. I'm trying to lead them down a different path. One's called Charlotte. She's clearly a Hornets fan. The other one, Penny. Not very many Pennsylvania teams, but we'll work on it.
Go college. Go college.
Yeah.
I've got a Penn State hoodie.
Penny's thing could be March Madness. Like, she can just be all over March Madness every year.
I'll get her into brackets and gambling. Yes, absolutely. You are 100% correct. That's how it's going down.
You just get a call from the principal's office. Penny's been running a kind of gambling circuit at school.
Like Lisa and Homer.
Lisa and Homer.
And for everybody with your bingo cards, that's your Simpsons reference that you could tick off. It's often the free space in the middle, but it's been few and far between recently. I guess we'll just end on the Chicago thing before we talk about the big news. And the only news I care about Chicago is how good does that like Caleb Williams like deluxe edition cover look? So, like, this iced out like. I didn't see the standard one, but like the deluxe edition looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah. The only thing I'm a little bit disappointed in is that there's no like metallic sleeve that is like making it ultra icy. Do you know, like kind of like when Game of Thrones lent into the White Walker stuff super hard? There's none of that, and that is so there. And the marketing team at Madden have missed that completely. Because how many Bears fans are going to go out and buy that collector's edition of a super metallic case of like being icicled of just their own ice guy? Loads. Everybody. You can make that $90 and everyone would still go out and buy it.
It probably is 90 for the digital version. But yeah, you are absolutely right. If this was 2009, that son of a bitch would have a clear like slip-on case that I like frost and icicles and all sorts of good stuff over it. You would have to take that off to get inside your
The best thing about it is there's nothing to do in Wisconsin. It's just like a nothing place to live in Green Bay, isn't it? So all of those fans there where football is life, are going to be buying that game and then turning it on, and it's every time it's just going to start with a highlight reel of Caleb throws against the Packers.
I just want like a JPEG of him just doing this, like just like press start, and it's just like.
That's his end of career thing, where it's just a billboard and it's not actually like him being cold. It's him holding 2 knives and he started a restaurant chain.
And he's as happy as a guy with 2 knives. Boom, 2 Simpsons references.
I was one of them a spoon.
Oh, I see you've played Knifey Spoony before.
There's the hat trick, everybody.
The 3-peat back to back. We did it. 1 each. Well done, everybody. I know we don't. It's not exactly the topic of the show, but I'm putting down as topic of the show. MG2LA and other things is the topic of the show today. The other things we've already talked about, but the Myles Garrett news is obviously the massive one that everybody's been waiting for us 3 people in the UK to talk about, because we've got so much invested in this. I almost wore my Myles Garrett jersey, but I thought better of it because, you know, I'm clearly here for the cards this year. Yeah, look, in one of our very, very early shows, I think it was like the second or third episode, it was like trades that we should do that could like shake things up. And I traded Myles Garrett away to the Dallas Cowboys, probably around about this time last year. Because I had my reasons. Obviously, he wasn't going to get anywhere in Cleveland. Yada yada yada. Went on to have the sack record and did ridiculously good things. And here he is going for. I didn't see the final thing. I know he was. They get what do the Browns get? There was definitely a first.
They get Jared Verse. They get a 27 first, a 28 second, and a 29 third.
So they get a 1, 2, 3, and a 2024 first round draft pick from the Rams. It's Jared, isn't it? Verse.
Jared Verse, yeah, top 10, probably borderline top 10 defensive end in the league as well, coming back as well as the first, second, and third. And he's obviously a young on the rookie deal.
Yeah.
2 years, $5 million guaranteed is all is owed.
Yeah. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Pro Bowler last year.
Yeah.
So the Rams have had in the past 10 years, they've taken 2 players in the first round. Obviously, this year with the QB whose name has like gone from me now because he is Mr. Irrelevant, and Verse. So like that says a lot about what they thought of him. There was a tweet going around saying that earlier before the draft they tried to get this deal done, and that they were trying to do it and keep hold of Verse as well. But obviously, Cleveland almost, and I think I'm kind of verbatim here. Almost demanded that Verse be part of that trade. They want him. It's not a gimme Putney situation. They like Verse is there because they want him to be a Cleveland Brown, and if they can like develop him, like Myles Garrett, he was a freak of nature, but like clearly had some good coaching. Like you don't just like sit on your hands. Like he doesn't come up with this on his own. Like he's finding ways to make moves, but he's got people there. He'd have gone a long time ago if there wasn't the coaching there. But he is a absolute freak of nature, and I for one am worried about the entire NFL.
It only gets like it's a shame they couldn't have paired them both for LA's sake. If they managed to pair them both, but like you said, it was Jimmy Haslam said. The thing that made us change our mind, it's funny, isn't it? The thing that made us change our mind about trading Myles was when they included Verse in the offer.
Yeah.
But they also restructured Garrett's contract back in April to make him more tradable. It made him easier to trade for the team with that restructure. But yeah, this is it's not just him. They also got what's the cornerback from the Chiefs?
Trey McBride.
Trent McDuffie.
Duffy. Yeah.
Yeah. Trent McDuffie at cornerback as well, who's top 10 cornerback in there. It's huge. And just the appeal of this, we talked about it earlier, kind of off camera, about the fact that Aaron Donald is now legitimately considering coming out of retirement, because why wouldn't you? He's literally going to rock up to training camp like Bruce Banner on that little motorbike at the end of Avengers Assemble. And just like, are you all right? Are you ready for this first game? I'm always ready for this first game. And just punches Lamar Jackson in the face.
Yeah. My secret, I'm always ready. Yeah, just like sack somebody. And it's poor Jacoby Brissett who's still holding out his contract. Because that's who I'm really worried for out of this entire situation. It's poor Jacoby Brissett. I hope he gets some guaranteed money, because now he's got to face Myles Garrett twice and very potentially Aaron Donald. And this screams, how are we letting them get away with this? Was that always the plan? Like twists in movies. I'm thinking like Ocean's 11 and stuff. We just cut to a secret meeting between Sean McVay and Aaron Donald. It's like, Aaron, take a couple of years off. Get right. Get with your family. Just heal, man. We're going to be okay. You've done the work. Down the road, right? You'll know when. just stay in shape. That's all I'm saying. I can't say too much. And I think that video is going to come out, and we're going to be like, see, I knew it. In a proper WWE, it was me all along, Austin moment. We just knew Aaron Donald was coming back. There was no way in hell he stayed in that shape and isn't coming back.
Yeah.
He has no need to be that size.
No.
Like, you see all the time. When he actually retires, they just deflate a little bit. He's still going to be like a big dude, but
the one for me that is the perfect example of what you've just said is Andrew Whitworth.
Yeah.
Which is also like an ex-Ram, O-lineman, obviously huge dude. And like now, he's skinnier than me. And that man is dropped. Like, and it is just scary. Like, you look at Jason Kelsey, obviously has to still be his bigger dude because that's part of his thing. He's dropped considerably as well. He's probably lost half his body weight in it. It happens. But because Donald didn't, and then there was the leak a couple of weeks ago of him in his garage still just dropping and doing dips with like 40 kg wrapped around his waist. You're like, oh, okay, yeah. My man AD is still alive. He's absolutely still okay.
Yeah, they always talk about like the thing that they can't wait to stop doing when they retire is having to take on so many calories.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of it goes down. But clearly Aaron Donald is either he's okay with it or he's just staying in shape. It may not be like preseason. It may be halfway through the season. It might be when they make the postseason because they will without him. So then you get a fresh AD to just waltz in and oh gosh. Oh golly gosh.
Apparently, there was a thing. It was Caleb in an interview, but I think he'd heard it from Tom Brady or it might have been Mahomes. It was one of like the top quarterbacks, and they basically said, if you want to be a quarterback, you need a dad bod. You need to be slightly fatter because I'm built for this. Because the muscles aren't as tight, and you're less likely to get tears and rips when you get hit. So the O-linemen don't get super swole; they get fat because they're constantly getting hit every single rep. Whereas Aaron Donald is the person doing the hitting, so we didn't care because he was never fat. Like those guys were just the Twinkie diet. Whereas he was just like, I want to hurt people when I hit them. So there was never an ounce of fat on him. He was just pure muscle, wasn't he? Because he was the hitter, not the hittee. So you can see that, and it's a big thing of his on social media, isn't it? Posting his workouts, but it was that workout that you shared, and what was it was I'm Ready? Was that the tune that was playing? Yeah,
and he might just be trolling some people, or like pointing out that he's always ready and that he will forever be a specimen.
But then, he texted what's his face today?
Pat McAfee.
Let's
just take a beat and say that we're using Pat McAfee as a legitimate source in 2026. Hurts so much for actual media. But anyway, carry on, Pete.
Yeah, you're right.
So McAfee texted him and he came back and said, I'm thinking about it. I just need to see if the fire's still there. Or some words like it certainly made me think. I've got to see if the fire's still there. So he's genuinely considering this. And why wouldn't you? Just take him. If they're all in, it's like, it's a season. If you decide halfway through the season that your body can't take it, just bow out and nobody's going to hold you off. But he's still only 35. He's not old. He retired young. And 2 years out, he's still the most ridiculous specimen of muscle that I've ever seen in my life. So I think all that in, plus Garrett being just an absolute monster and being less, and the secondary being so good, it's massive. It's huge for them. It gives more flexibility to what he can do. And there was that thing. It was on Hard Knocks a few years ago when they drafted Denzel Ward fourth, the Browns. And you're like, why have you done that? And it was, I can picture him, but I can't remember his name. It's the old GM.
It's the guy that calls everybody draft day and like trolls them. I remember. It's not Andrew Berry. It's the guy before him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we are.
Well, you basically people said, why did you take Denzel Ward fourth? Because it thought it was a bit of a reach, and they said there's no point in having Myles Garrett if the QB could just get the ball out super quick. And if the secondary is horrible, so the QB has to hold on longer, Garrett's got all the time in the world to tackle. And that's exactly the situation he's got now. McDuffie's there.
John Dorsey.
Thank you, John Dorsey. Yes, that's the Badger. So, yeah, I think in there with so much to work about, particularly if you've got Garrett on one side and you end up with Aaron Donald, I don't think it will happen, but I'd love it to. It's just going to be terrifying for a fan of any other team that has to face them, but really, really exciting to watch.
Speaking of teams that have to face them, stop me when you think that Myles Garrett isn't going to get 8 sacks a game. Niners, Brock Purdy. No? Okay. Giants, Jackson Dart. Poor fella. Broncos, Bo Nix. Still a lot of like skinny white guys. This is what's happening here.
Best O-line in the world, though. Probably the best O-line in the league in Denver, so they've at least got a chance.
And he's coming up an ankle injury. Is it going to be 100% mobile? Is it this? Is it that? Is it the other? That's the other version of it. It's early in the season as well, so he might not be 100% not rusty. It depends on his previous games. But yeah, that's the one I would say. Yeah, go.
Eagles, Hurts.
No, it's going to get bad.
Yeah. Josh Allen, Bills. Gets hit a lot already.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett, RIP. You sweet things.
That's why he wants the contract extension, man.
That's it. He gets guaranteed money.
And in the same game, also Gardner Minshew, also Carson Beck.
Yeah, every single one. I wonder if Myles Garrett can beat the single game QB sack record. Like if he can take out 3 quarterbacks in one game.
That'd be good.
That's the one to watch out for. Raiders, pick your white guy, whoever it is in week 7, they're getting hit. It's either Mendoza, who's a rookie, he's going to get hit, or B, it's Kirk Cousins, we want him to get hit. So that's fantastic. Get to the Chargers, week 8. Justin Herbert loves getting hit. Just thrives on it, if you will. I'm just going to rattle through these. Commanders, Cardinals, Packers. Maybe Jordan Love still takes a hit. Chiefs, Cowboys, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Seahawks. Honest to God, like Myles Garrett's going to absolutely destroy these people.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll get the close to the sack record because I don't think he's going to be on the field as much as what he was for Cleveland.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Is no, because he'll rest a lot more reps there, unless he is saying, "Well, hang on a minute, I was a 3-down guy here. Why can't I be a 3-down guy there?"
Well, the offense is going to take up more time than Cleveland's did. That's part of it.
Stafford will slow things down. He'll take the wind out of the sails, and it'll just be a calmer thing. But that also means that it's a rested sideline Myles Garrett that can just be like, right, well, I've just had 10 minutes off. Let's just get out there and murder somebody. So, God, this is gonna be fun. Gosh, I think the odds for the Rams the second it was announced. Just absolutely.
And
I
last
think
time
they did when it was
they won a Super Bowl as well.
Yeah. They did Stafford for 2 years, haven't they? They extended him. Obviously, brought that across. They're just making moves, and it's cool. You love to see it.
The other side I think we need to look at on this is they've got a lot of really, really good young players that will want contract extensions next year.
Yeah.
Some of them really want it this year, but it's whether they can afford it.
Puka,
Byron Young, Kobe Turner, Steve Avila. There's a lot of players in there that are really, really good players, really key to them. They're just not going to be able to hold on to.
No.
They're going to struggle to hold them next year.
Which is why they're all in the shit.
Yeah.
Because if they get a ring, everyone's more likely to take pay cuts and have contracts restructured and have guaranteed money and have all of this, that, the other when you are champions. But the other thing we've got to face as well is the Cronkies, who are the owners of the LA Rams, are notoriously tight. they don't like spending a lot of money. Or is that just on Arsenal?
Well, they promised every Arsenal player a Rolls-Royce Phantom if they won the Champions League.
Well, they didn't, so it's fine.
Well, because they knew that they weren't going to have to pay out. That's quite easy. Like, I'll give you both a Rolls Royce if we win a podcast award. All right.
Is that what did Josh Kroenke go down at halftime and go, "Hey, Gabriel, if this goes to pence, like
I'll buy you two.
Yeah, if you miss the penalty,
I'll give you half of the ones that I was going to buy, so you get yourself a little fleet and you can give them to who you like.
Because Eberechi
Eze 2028 first round pick because fuck them picks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eberechi Eze wouldn't have done it because he's a highly religious man, so it would have been Gabriel out there. Well, you mentioned first round picks. Since 2016, the Rams have only made 3. Can you name
3?
them?
Yes.
Well, I can't name the QB from this year. And then there is Verse. I don't know who the third one is. But is Jared Goff?
Jared Goff.
It is Jared Goff, yeah.
Yeah. And the one before that, the year before that, was Todd Gurley as well. So actually, if you look at who they've taken, Gurley was great until he got injured. So I think it's forgotten just how incredible he was. Jared Goff got into a Super Bowl and has been very, very good for the Lions. Jared Verse top 10 defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
So bodes well for Ty Simpson. If he learns from a fantastic QB as well, there's no pressure to start. But by the time he gets to play, because Stafford retired, they've got no picks, they've got no money, and Sean McVay is probably just getting paid a shed load to be on TV because he's walked away from football. So then he'll be screwed. Yeah.
But they'll sold for 2 championships.
None. They won't have won any.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's an unpopular opinion by Pete.
They won't.
You don't think they're going to win the SB this year now? Even though they've done the Garrett thing, they're not going to still win the SB?
No. There's an obvious reason.
Do you think this is
why
Michael Parsons last year? Like Green Bay all of a sudden was like, oh my God, Green Bay are going to be unstoppable because they've got Michael Parsons, and it just didn't work out. Do you think that's the same hype beat thing? Yeah.
No, I just think Caleb Williams is that good.
Hey!
Oh, the Iceman cometh.
No, I just think despite how good the team is, despite how good the coach is, I would always take the field. I think that it's really, really hard to do, and a lot of teams have gone all in and it hasn't worked. So I think, given the field, it's going to be very difficult for them to get 1, let alone 2. And it just takes an injury to Matt Stafford and they're done. That's it. An injury to Matt Stafford or an injury to Puka, and it really derails that team, and they're not the threat that they were. And that's my concern, because Puka did have injuries in 24. Yeah, 24. He missed quite a bit of time because of injuries, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Matt Stafford has spent a lot of his life just getting the absolute shit kicked out of him. And he's very resilient, but it feels like at some point it's going to catch up to him as he gets older. So that's a fear and that's a risk for them that could just derail it. So I
see we're at this stage of the LA Rams offseason talk, where last year we were talking about Matt Stafford having a bad back and having to sleep in a coffin, and how they wouldn't do anything. And here we are. Well, just history repeats itself. We have no original thought. If you would like to see next week's episode early, watch episode 4 from last year. Let's see what we said there. I've traded Myles Garrett. You're saying that Matt Stafford hasn't got it. We've got nothing. I'm trying to find a segue to mention that I have tickets to go see the Saints Steelers in Paris, but I can't. I'm happy that the Saints aren't playing the Rams, but yes, today I have secured Saints tickets. I am going to Le Stade de France.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Very jealous.
I'm pretty chuffed about that. Good old Amex pre-sale. Shout out to Roxanne Blackburn for signing up for a credit card in her husband's name so that we could defraud the system and go across there. I booked a hotel for it weeks ago, knowing as soon as they said what date it was. I've got an Ibis within walking distance of the stadium. So now we're cracking on. Actually, quite reasonable as well. All in all, it ain't going to cost us a lot more than going to London to go and see again. But yeah, I'm a Saints fan. My little cousin Chris is a Steelers fan, and it was going to be a win-win either way because the rumor was it was going to be the Browns Saints, and our other friend May, he is a Cleveland Browns fan, so it was easy going into that one. But yeah, that should be fun. Can't wait.
Yeah, very jealous. Very jealous. And just very briefly, speaking of the Browns, can we pull one out for Jared Verse? Got to feel sorry for him as being the guy that's going to. He's like, oh, the Rams are all in. We're getting Miles Garrett. Oh, this is amazing. Bye. Yeah, that must suck.
Well,
I mean, he makes the call. It's like, Coach, I can't believe you did it. Oh, we're all in this year, Coach. He's like, yeah, nah. Classic Sean McVay.
Oh, my phone's cracking up. Hang on, I'll send you an email. Yeah.
Right, he's not Mauricio Pochettino. Calm down there a minute. Let's calm down. Joe, for players that missed out on the World Cup squad, Pochettino didn't call them. He just emailed them.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
he didn't didn't do the old school coach thing of like, hey, it's lovely to meet you. Yeah, sorry, not this time. Blah 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 blah. This is why. He just emailed the players.
Wow. Whereas Thomas Tuchel was really late telling Dan Burn that he was getting the squad. Dan Burn was getting in bed because he spent the entire day FaceTiming everybody that wasn't making the England team. Yeah.
That was amazing.
But no, so I don't feel bad for Jared Verse. I do, because he obviously is not going to win a ring this year, and he could have done it at LA. But I also don't at the same time, because he's now the guy.
Yeah, but he will be probably the highest paid defensive end next year. Because of the way that the agreement goes up and when he goes up every year, he will be, if not the highest, he'll be top 5 highest paid defensive ends in the league next year. So he'll get buzz. He might have got less if he stayed at the Rams. But whose career would you rather have? A couple of Super Bowls at a cool team, or a lot more money, but you're Andrew Thomas?
I would just like to point out that as we were talking about taxes earlier, that Jared Verse now has to pay a whopping 2% jock tax, as opposed to the, what do you say, 50-odd percent in LA?
Less sympathy. So if that's the case, how are the LA teams so good and Cleveland so piss poor when you go, look, we can pay you less than everybody else and you will still earn more money?
I mean, it's LA. It's LA, innit? If you think about it as well, for this trade cost less than Sauce Gardner.
Oh gosh, don't say things like that. That's rough.
But it did, if you think about it. Sauce was 2 first-round picks.
Well, but it didn't include Jared Verse.
Yeah, that's fair. And the other one was a Donnie Mitchell, who might get cut this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that just felt like a throw-in, didn't it?
Yeah. So that's the. I think that with this, they can probably build a good team. Can Cleveland? They had some good draft picks this year. We can see where they're going. It is the most important position in sports, and sadly, 2/3 of theirs are just awful human beings.
Yeah,
there is that. And look, Cleveland clearly are back in a rebuild, and they will. They tend to draft pretty well. It just doesn't seem to pan out. I don't know. The pieces don't all fall at the same time. You know who would have been like lights out at Cleveland? Baker Mayfield. That'd have been something special, wouldn't it?
Or if they could have swung a trade for a really elite quarterback like Deshaun Watson, they could have made that happen.
Yeah, that would have been peak.
Yeah,
God bless him.
I'm fully waiting for them to trade for Josh Jacobs next year.
Just join the club. Yeah. Let's get who's the Ravens kicker who got in trouble for the same thing.
Oh, I don't know his name. His name's gone from
come
me.
on, Alex.
Oh, Justin Tucker.
Guy. There he is.
Yeah, it's Justin Tucker. But Justin Tucker. The Ravens actually did the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we could spend a whole ass podcast on players that did and didn't get to keep their jobs after felonies. And honestly, it's a did they, didn't they, to see your knowledge. I'll just have flashcards. I'll be like, here is Ray Rice. Do we remember Ray Rice? Did he play another snap of football or did he not?
He did.
Pete?
Before my time, I don't know.
Oh, I believe he did not, Alex.
I'm so sorry.
I think actual footage came out like Beyonce's sister in an elevator, but the other way around. Yeah. So I think it was not a good look for Ray Rice.
Also,
but
the Ravens
Ben Roethlisberger
because he was crap as well. He'd just fallen off a cliff, so they were like, we can get rid of a legend now because he's playing terribly, and it makes us look like the good guys.
Yeah.
If he was still converting at the rate that he had historically, he's probably a Hall of Fame kicker. Well, he is a Hall of Fame kicker if this hasn't derailed.
Was a Hall of Fame kicker.
Yeah. Then they weren't cutting him.
It's almost like the Chiefs and their guy.
Yes.
Boo.
And every team in football and all of their guys.
Boo.
Yes, every player. Apart from there's gotta be one. Who's the it's Mendoza, isn't it?
And Drake.
The Raiders have had a guy that they picked fairly high, 11th overall, Henry Ruggs, murder somebody.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are we just saying that each team has got a problematic person at this point?
Yeah, historically got a person. Yeah.
Dead air good for this. I'm going to say the Cardinals because everyone forgets they exist. How much trouble can you get in the desert?
Oh, I'll find one.
Even when you're looking at like legends, it's like Carson Palmer, Larry Fitzgerald. Like we're talking like some like straight up dudes here.
Yeah, there's no one that's immediately springing to mind, and I bet there's someone really obvious that we're missing.
Connor seems like a nice guy. I want to say was Hollywood Brown there. He was.
Was he? He was a Raven and a Chief.
He was a Raven Chief. Yeah, sorry, it's getting mixed.
Come on, there's got to be somebody.
Been a problematic Arizona Cardinal.
Oh, he was. He was a Hollywood Brown. I apologize. He was a Cardinal.
Yeah, yes. I was just going to give it a Google, and they drafted him.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah. So there you go. If you can find me a problematic Cardinal, then I owe you a Coke. And on that cool outro phrase. Alex, is that a lav lamp in front of you, or are you just pleased to see me? Pete, stop filming this.